Say. Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Jim Mess as well. Peace and salutations to elect. My name is Ainal. The title of this video is First Among the Nation Goes into Hiding. And the first among the nation is the Amalekites, the fake JOOs over in our land, the land of Israel. You know, their prime minister is going to testify about, we're going to read it. You know, either way, he's wrong. Whatever he's testifying about is just wrong, right? He's a devil, a demon, and Yahweh Shai is coming to destroy him and the likes of the banking elites and all the rest, right? And to then, you know, bind them up in chains and slavery. That's in Psalms 149, I believe. Grab it real quick. And then we'll get these videos, right? That I got pulled up. It's at the end here, Psalms 149 and 6. It says, I'm going to start at 5. It says, let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all the saints. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh Bashmi Shai, right? So it's something that we're eagerly waiting for, and it's fastly approaching as Yahweh Bashmi Shai is visiting this place with his angels. They're now taking the internet by storm, right? It's all over the place. People don't know what they are. The government doesn't know what they are. I saved a video, you know, while we're here. We're just going into some news about Benjamin Netanyahu. You know, it's blowing up the trumpet, real light stuff. Let me grab this thing I got off TikTok. It's funny as hell to me. 1 second. I saved it. Let me disconnect that. And so, all right, so this is about Cherry. Listen to this guy real quick.
They don't know anything. They don't know what it is. They don't know where it come from. They don't know nothing. All right, so you're here today. You were just inside. You walked in with what?
Hey, and whether this is real or it's fake, go turn on CNN right now and tell me if they know anything about anything.
It was worthless. It was the biggest amateur hour presentation I've ever seen about anything. Okay, it was ridiculous. There were no answers. Every question that was asked by a member of the state legislature, great questions, no answers, no resolution. They don't know where the drones are coming from. They don't know who's doing it. They don't know why they're doing it. But they say there's no credible threat. It was annoying to be there. I drove 2 hours to be here today. Spent an hour in there. I got to drive 2 hours back. The biggest waste of 5 hours in my entire life.
So why do you think they called this meeting?
No idea. Why would you call a meeting and tell people you don't know anything? I have no idea. And then when the legislators would ask questions, there were no answers. Here's the most frustrating part. The colonel of the state police said that he had a helicopter of his flying over above one of these drones, a 6-foot drone or something. I can't remember exactly what he said. And he felt unsafe for his helicopter, so he just let it go. Just let it go. But where'd it go? Who knows? You know, didn't want to follow it because he didn't feel safe. Is that not the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard? I mean, honestly.
Do they have any idea where these drones are originating?
No, they don't. They would. Maybe if they followed that sucker when it landed, they would know. But they don't. This is a complete lack of effort, in my opinion. I'm trying to figure this out. This is not about ability. We have the technology, we have the people, we have the training, we have the resources, we have the money. It's just a lack of effort. I mean, why? I don't know. They should be saying, you know what they should have done today? Productive use of our time. If they didn't know anything, come in there and say, hey, legislators, we don't know anything. But if you get us these 10 things, do these 10 things for us, the governor calls in this kind of action, we can figure it out. Will you help us? And then we would have helped them. But instead, it was just excuse after excuse, and we know nothing. It was infuriating, and I got up and I walked out.
You've been in the service, right?
Yeah, I was an attack helicopter pilot, Apache helicopter pilot in the Army, and I helped stand up the initial unmanned aircraft training battalion in the aviation sector of the Army. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about, and these guys are not doing the job they need to do to figure out what's going on, and that is the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, and the state police.
And they're saying no threat to Americans.
They're saying no threat, but how the hell do they know? When I walked in here today, I was actually pretty calm. I was excited to be here to find out a couple things. I thought they'd be like, hey, listen, it's FedEx, I'm trying to figure it out. But instead, I got the most ridiculous amateur hour briefing I've ever sat through.
Wow, that's truly upsetting.
They don't know anything. They don't know what it is.
All right, so that's all TikTok. A lot of good stuff on TikTok. They're trying to ban it. That's probably why. So back to this Benjamin Netanyahu guy. But we got this video first. I got some pre-sales pulled up, and we're just gonna get right into it. So this is redacted. Clayton and Natalie Morris and Salakia. I don't trust nobody. So this guy, he was Fox News. At the end of the day, some good information. Like I said when I said this, good information comes from this page regarding what's happening in the world. So here I am again listening to him.
Media, and follow him on X as well. Dan, what's your X handle?
My X is at Dan3000. My website is uncaptured.media. If I can make one more point, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I want Americans to think about the fact that Al-Qaeda is now being rebranded by the minute as some kind of beneficial force. Yet after 9/11, our civil liberties were taken away. We had the Patriot Act. We had the creation of the Department of Homeland Security. We had everything we go through at TSA to this day. All this phony kind of theater about security, where if your toothpaste tube is slightly too big, they take it away because that could be somehow dangerous. When I go to the airport and I watch a mom who's traveling with three kids alone, and the container she has for her pumped breast milk has to be dumped out. All of that stuff is a result of what the National Security State did as a pretext to fighting terrorism after 9/11. And now Al-Qaeda is being rebranded as good, but our civil liberties, all that wiretapping, listening in on our conversations, that's not going away. That's here to stay. So are they going to give us that our freedoms, our liberties back now that Al-Qaeda is good again? Of course not. But I think we just have to be able to think bigger and not be goldfish bouncing back and forth in the little goldfish bowl. And just turn around and keep going. There's a much bigger agenda to not only destroy Syria and destroy Gaza, but to destroy America, to take away our freedoms. Exactly what they said that they were trying to stop, to destroy the social fabric of our society and implement pre-existing agendas.
No, that's one of the smartest points I've heard on this show in quite a while. And I really appreciate it. Think about it. Will they give us our civil liberties back now that Al-Qaeda is our friend? And they took them away. We have to take off our shoes at the airport because of Al-Qaeda terrorists trying to blow up aircraft and too much liquid in a toothpaste tube. You're exactly right about that. Well said. That's something for all of us to think about.
And all of this goes to what? To who? I'm gonna grab one scripture real quick. 1 second though. Job 30. Actually, this is Job 20. Job 20 and let me see. We'll just start at Job 20 and 20. It says, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in scrapes. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he's about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and he shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So the point is in 22, that guy we just seen, this guy's name is Dan. He's thinking about the bigger picture of how there's been people, controlling, basically the banking elites controlling the puppets of Babylon the Great, through money. And these puppets and these leaders these banking elites are the Amalekites, right? And he sees the bigger problem of how their liberties and them working, and all of this stuff, they're being oppressed. me see. Where is that at? Let me see. Precious man, even his heritage. I don't know if I have that up there. Grab it real quick. Just bear with me. Yeah, it's Micah 2:2. Let me go grab that real quick. So this guy he's seeing this. He feels it. He's not the only one. It's a lot more, and he knows exactly who's the root problem with that, right? The Amalekites. It says, "Woe to oppressors! Woe to oppressors!" Micah 2:1 says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds." This whole thing has been a scheme by the banking elites, and the world is starting to see that. These everyday workers, which I'll get back to, are starting to see that. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand." Job 9:24. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. And these individuals, these banking elites, right? These devils, they have all the time in the world to think and do and work these devices and think about these, practices. It says, "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage." A man and everything they believe in. They believe in this American dream and, just living and trying to do what they do. And the Amalekites have come and swooped and taken that away, right? And now America's fallen, and they have hoarded the blessing, basically, and there's nothing left. And people are upset. It says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashmashah, behold, against this family do I devise an evil from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil," right? So the Most High is visiting this place, and we're at the end. It says, "In that day shall one take up a parable against you and a lament with a doleful lamentation, and say, We be utterly spoiled and have changed the portion of my people. How have he removed it from me? Turning away, he have divided our fields." All right, so basically, let me see. Basically, the Most High is coming to destroy, these individuals. So again, back to over here, Job 20:22, it says, "In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him." Right, and this word "wicked" here is laborers, the working class, like Dan. This guy Dan, right? It says laborer, suffer, wretched one, laborer, workman, suffer, toiling. That laborer, right? So this is the working class, the laborer, people like Dan. This guy right here, myself, right? All of us have been bamboozled by the banking elites in different ways, right? We the Ophel elect, we know who we are. We know we the Israelites now, right? We have woken up to this truth that they paid billions to hide. These individuals are waking up to the fact that these people run America, right? And it has destroyed, their livelihood and everything that they believe in, right? So everybody's upset, everybody's mad because of the Amalekites. So that was that. We got Job 20. Where I had it at? I deleted it. Oh no, it's right here. So that was the point on that. Let me delete this and go here to the next article. Corruption trial. Netanyahu to give testimony in underground bunker. It says for security reasons. So this was posted December 3rd, 2024. Now I heard this somewhere. I don't remember who I heard it from. It was one of the brothers. I watch a lot of brothers' pages and videos and things. So I don't remember exactly which person I heard it from, but when I heard it, I laughed. I chuckled because this devil is hiding. It says for security reasons, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will give testimony in his corruption trial next week in an underground fortified room at the Tel Aviv Magistrates Court. The court's administration said on Monday. So this dude is terrified. It says, that's pretty much the point, right? He's going to be testifying in an underground bunker, hiding from the public, right? He's not safe to walk around and talk freely, right? So I got some scriptures, and we're going to get these scriptures. Now to be that. It says, this is Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashmin Shai, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sit thou has not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So the talks around this article is the fact that he's afraid of getting assassinated or something like that, right? Getting attacked. Because all these nations hate this man because of what he's doing currently with the war in Gaza and, the Muslims and everything. So, different individuals are after him. This Job 30 and let me see where I want it from here. I'll just read a little bit. Job 30 and 1. It says, "But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have the disdain to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished? For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste." Right. So this talking about Esau, Edom. It says, "Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the clefts of the valleys and caves of the earth and in the rocks." It says, "Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together." It says, "They were children of fools, they are children of base men, they were viler than the earth," right? And these Edomites, right? These individuals. So that's pretty much the point, right? These are the Edomites. This is how they act. I actually forgot what I wanted from here. I mean, you could get the fact that they're base men and that they were driven forth from among men. Basically, no one wants to be around them. And, as we inch closer towards the end, the same thing is happening, right? The nations are upset. The nations are mad. People are hissing at them, which I got more precepts here. Even towards the end, they're going to clap in their hands and be happy at the fact that the Edomites are taken down. It says they are driven in the NOT, Job 30 and 5. They are driven from human society, and people shout at them as if they were thieves. And this is the type of experience that this guy Benjamin Netanyahu is experiencing, right? And that's why he's hiding down in his bunker, giving testimony, because he's afraid of what might happen to him, right? I mean, last time I seen this, every time I see this guy, he's surrounded by military, soldiers and things, like bodyguards, So it says Numbers 24 and 20, get straight to the point. It says, "And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever." Right? So this, once again, this dude, we're at the end, right? And these nations are upset, and this dude is terrified. He has to give his speeches and testimonies in underground bunkers for security and safety reasons, right? He's not able to walk around without, mass amount of guards patrolling around him, Amos 1 and 11, it says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashmin Shah, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever." It says, "But I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palaces of Basra." Right? So basically, the Most High Yahweh Bashmin Shah is going to destroy the Edomites, right? For their crimes against the Israelites. And that includes the Amalekites. Right? And that's why we're seeing, as we inch closer towards the end and they're divided, they're now having to do things like hide in bunkers from the people around them. It says, Obadiah 1 and 6, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and there is none understanding him," right? And this is basically what's happened to Esau, Edom, right? His own people are turned against him. Let's go into a broader thing, going into like the B system regarding NATO and EU, but right now they have infightings. And they're against each other and telling on each other, like these different nations that have come together, confederate against the Israelites. They're now turning on themselves and each other and hiding in bunkers, right? That's the point. Nahum 3:19, it says, there is no healing of thy bruise, thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap their hands over thee, for upon whom have not thy wickedness passed continually, right? And that goes back into the fact that Dan here is upset about, what happened at 9/11, and the outcome of that. Basically, you have to go through, and on a small scale, just TSA going through the planes, which are falling out the sky now. That another point, Babylon the Great is falling and felling. You have your planes falling out the sky, they're falling apart, doors and stuff are ripping off. People on the planes are losing their mind, right? Planes are no longer, So anyway, it says, there is no healing of thy bruise, thy wound is grievous. All that hear the bruit of thee shall clap their hands over thee, for upon whom hath not thy wickedness passed continually, right? So individuals are happy about, the fall of Esau, Edom, and it relates to this dude, going into the bunker and hiding. He understands that people are after him, right? And they will be happy to see him fall. Basically, that's why he's hiding, right? Because we're at the end of this man's rulership. It says, Psalm 73. Right here. Psalm 73:1. It says, truly Yahweh is good to Israel, even to such as are as of a clean heart. It says, that going into your mind. It says, but as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither do they play like other men, right? And this has been the case for these individuals for a long time. But now we're seeing that they're hiding in bunkers, from the public's eye of risk of assassination. Psalm 73:1 in the NLT, it says, truly Yahweh is good to Israel, to those whose hearts are pure. But as for me, I almost lost my footing. My feet were slipping, and I was almost gone. For I envied the proud when I saw them prosper despite their wickedness. They seem to live such painless lives. Their bodies are so healthy and strong. They don't have troubles like other people. They are not plagued with problems like everyone else. Right? Now these people got major problems. Let's get Isaiah 47. All right, these people got unimaginable problems. All right, that's why they're rushing and moving so quick and being sloppy about what they do. This Isaiah 47:11. It says, therefore, now it's talking about Babylon the Great. And once again, these banking elites who are the Amalekites, they rule the world, right? And they have puppets here in Babylon the Great. This is their hub, their money hub. Isaiah 47:11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth. And mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Right? And even First Thessalonians, read this. First Thessalonians 5:3, it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right? So there's no escaping, right? And that's why this dude is hiding in bunkers. All right, last verse here. Psalms 37:9. It says, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord Yahweh, Bashmi al-Shai, they shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yeah, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. Right. So eventually, going back to that Psalms 149, these individuals be rounded up, put in chains, forced slavery, servitude, and after 1,000 years, Esau, Edom will be completely done away with. Right. All Edom. So that's pretty much the point. Lord willing, you're edified. With that, I'll say Shalom, Shalom for elect, which consists of men, women, and children. Shalom.